All right, welcome back. Season 2, Pigskin Politics. I'm Brandon.
I am Nick.
What is our topic this time? I feel our best topics are when teams are getting hype that they really shouldn't get hype. Can you think of a team getting just an unrealistic amount of hype?
Let me give you one very good example, and I know we're both on the same page with this because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were like 17th in odds before they got Tom Brady, and they jumped clear up to 4th in Las Vegas odds. The only teams that are above them right now are like the Chiefs and the Ravens and the Saints.
Yeah,
Do you really think they're that good? Because I don't.
I'd say that's a good choice for a team being overrated. So the Bucs. All right. Well, let's talk about the big acquisition. They brought in Tom Brady. Is Tom Brady going to turn the Bucs around? Let's look at the stats. Now, here's the thing about the Bucs. They were third offensively last year. Jameis Winston,
As far as yards go.
yeah. Jameis Winston threw 5,109 yards, 33 touchdowns, 30 INTs. That's kind of funny. But he had an 84.3 rating overall. Now, all I'm saying with that is the interceptions are terrible, but you kind of ignore those a little bit, and that is an insanely proficient offense. In fact, It's actually impressive they lost as many games as they did. They lost a couple games despite scoring over 30 points.
And he did just get eye surgery, so I mean, why didn't they just keep him? Because I mean, I couldn't tell if he was bad or good.
He is like Schrodinger's player. He is both bad and good at the same time. Don't know which, but eye surgery would explain a lot. So let's look at Brady, who came off not one of his best offensive seasons, but Brady threw for 4,057 yards, 27 touchdowns, 8 INTs, but only for a rating of 88. That's 3.7 points better. But let's discuss this. Let's dissect this. So the Bucs had a extremely proficient offense, despite all the INTs. Now they brought in old man Brady, and I guess they're world beaters now. They're the team to beat.
Dude, going from Jameis Winston to Tom Brady are two completely different quarterbacks. You got to think that Tom Brady is now learning a new offense in an offseason where it's like really difficult to get in there and work out.
Yeah.
But just think about how like vertical their offense was with Jameis Winston, and now how Tom Brady goes in there and he's basically just doing dump offs. And the fact that he has to get Gronkowski back to become relevant again is kind of pathetic.
I know what you mean, because the 1 year Brady couldn't do it, Gronk was gone. So he goes to the Bucs, and the first thing that he does is like, Gronk, please come back. It's Brady playing with his ego again. Brady has never been as good as he's always been added up to. Am I going to say he's bad? No, he is good. Is he great? No. It is literally the system around him. Belichick, much as I don't like the guy, smart. Tom Brady's big thing is dump-offs. He doesn't have long arm accuracy, if you ask me. Can he hit him? Yes, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, use the Titans playoff game as an example. In the fourth quarter, the last play of the game, he threw a pick six, but for some reason...
Everyone was talking about that, how his last play as a Patriot was a pick six, but no one talked about the crux of the matter. There was the Patriots down by 1 point, 20 seconds left, no timeouts.
Throws it to the middle of the field.
Threw it to the middle of the field. Tom Brady did not have the heart. He did not have the ability to throw it. So he didn't try. The thing that everyone talked about was it was a pick six. That's hilarious. Ha ha. Here's the thing about that. A greatest of all time quarterback threw it to the middle of the field with no timeouts.
20 seconds on the clock.
He was effectively giving giving up.
Why would that be your decision? Just throw it deep and just maybe a 50-50 ball comes down,
Because he couldn't throw it that far. He was giving up.
If you've been watching Tom Brady lately in like the last 3 years, you could really see he's slowed down on the field.
Yeah.
He runs probably about as fast as I walk. He's pretty slow. And it's not like Tampa Bay had a really good offensive line, but I mean, they did just use their first pick on a tackle.
Yeah.
That's a little bit better.
But here's the thing. Tom Brady had the number one defense in the NFL last year. It was the number one defense. We ripped on it for being an easy stretch of teams, but you can't argue with the stats that it was statistically the best defense. And this is a guy who played in a wild card game for the first time in 9 years and then didn't even sniff the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because even with the best talent he could have with him on defense, he couldn't do it. I had a Patriot fan talk to me the other day about, well, Peyton Manning proved that you don't need to be a good quarterback. Well, guess what? Peyton Manning had the best defense with him, and he was able to pull it off. Why couldn't Tom Brady if he's so good? Tom Brady's overrated, guys.
With Tampa Bay, you're basically hoping that Tom Brady carries that team with Gronkowski. And don't you think it's going to be a little bit tougher for Gronkowski to come back from taking a year off and partying and not being able to go to the gym?
Well, I mean, he's a WWE winner, so I'm not saying he's done
yeah,
nothing.
he's the 24/7 champion. I forgot all. It's not relevant, but whatever.
Oh, it's just, he's
Like,
a
remember
winner.
when NFL Memes posted that video like 2 months after Gronkowski retired and it looked like he lost like all his muscle already?
Yeah.
It took like 2 months and it looked like he dropped 60 pounds.
Honestly, I'm more scared of the Bucs because of Gronkowski than I am of Brady. Brady relies entirely on dump-offs, and do the Bucs really even have a run game? No.
No.
So you have a team whose big problem was Winston throwing INTs. You bring in a quarterback who's a lot safer option, but does not come close to the offensive production. So why is this going to turn them around? Why is this going to fix them?
It should have just kept Jameis Winston, man.
The Bucs' problem was defense. It was defense,
And
they even
Jameis Winston throwing a shitload of picks, but
because of defense.
well, he couldn't see. He didn't have glasses, and he just got eye corrective surgery. So I mean, he supposedly he could like read street signs now. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, like his eyesight was an issue.
I'd throw the INTs into defensive problems. Honestly, the problem was they couldn't score enough points despite scoring a shitload of points. And now you're bringing in a quarterback who had a terrible year. Compared to his old him. Like, remember, the Patriots did not win a game last year where they allowed their opponent more than 17 points. They lost every single game someone scored more than 17 points.
The Bucs did have a few games where they scored over 30 points and lost.
Yep. Is Brady going to fix the Bucs? God, no. Can he? Yes. I think that the hype is insane.
Dude, he's basically just a game manager at this point, man.
And is he inheriting a healthy franchise?
I don't know. It's not Bill Belichick anymore. It's Arians, which is he's okay. I mean, he's had some good seasons.
Yeah, and statistically, he's better his second year coaching than the first, but still, Bruce Arians is not like the cream of the crop coaching. I respect him. I like him.
Implementing a new offense for Tom Brady to learn in a season he can't go into the facility and work out and learn that playbook then and there.
Shit, the guy can't even read proper street addresses. I mean, hell, he ran into some other random guy's house, and you expect him to learn a new offensive system? Which, mind you, Tampa Bay,
true story,
a big part of their offense was verticality. Can Tom Brady do that? Guys, think about it. He doesn't like to throw the deep ball anymore. You know why?
5 yards and under.
He's old. Straight up. He can. And it's normally when people don't expect him to that he does. But he's going to a division and he has a schedule that is very strong with defense and linebackers. And we've all known the way you beat Brady is you blitz him and then you fake blitz him. You hit him twice, he sees ghosts the rest of the game. And he's going to a division with the Saints, Panthers, and Falcons. All good offensive teams. The defense wasn't fixed.
Didn't the Panthers go like all out on the draft and defense too?
Yeah. It's just the problem with the Bucs was their defense. They picked up a few, but their highest pick for defense was the second round, and then they didn't pick again until defensively to like the fifth.
How many teams with winning records did the Bucs beat last year?
One. The 9-win Rams. They played 7 teams. All I'm saying is it was a team that had a lot of fight. You're bringing in the safest person you can. I don't think that's bringing a lot of fight. Is Brady going to throw as many picks as Winston? No. He's not going to throw as many yards
or
touchdowns.
My God,
we did not even plan that. That's the problem.
You're losing like 1,200 yards there.
Honestly, I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs made it to the playoffs. But just this, like the 4th overall in odds.
Tied in 4th for odds for Vegas Insider. You're not better than a lot of teams, and that's pretty damn high.
Right. I mean, I look at teams on their upcoming schedule, and a lot of people are being like, oh, yeah, that's a win, or oh, that's going to be a great game. Like, oh, Tampa Bay's going to go to or play KC, and that's going to be a duel. Why do you think that's going to be a duel? Why are you happy that Brady has to play Drew Brees week 1? That is going to be eye-opening for all the wrong reasons for the fans.
If they get blown out in week 1, they're going to be like, ooh, maybe we were wrong about the Bucs.
I mean, look at the Bears. You know, a lot of people pulled out of their bandwagon, but I think the Bears could beat the Bucs. They're strong defensively. That's what they need to be to beat Brady.
I don't know, dude. They're in limbo right now at their quarterback. I don't know.
What's the over-under on the Bucs right now?
I think like 9 wins.
9 wins?
I think
I'd
so.
honestly say that's about fair. I could not see them getting 10 unless they were lucky, but honestly, I could see them losing.
So you're saying take the under?
I'd say it's
a push?
A push or an under. Like, honestly, I don't know where the faith is coming from, and I think a lot of Bucs fans are going to lose a lot of money this year.
Just because Tom Brady's won a bunch of Super Bowls in the past, it doesn't mean he instantly makes you a Super Bowl contender.
Did you pick up Belichick? That's something that could change things.
They didn't pick up Belichick.
So they picked up a WWE star, a dated quarterback.
I mean, their wide receiver room's fantastic.
Oh, God, right? Brady needs it. Like, everyone's always... Remember how we went without missing a beat from how, Tom Brady can pick up a Walmart grocery bagger and turn him into a number 1 star, to then saying, well, Tom Brady didn't have help last year for the receivers. He only had Edelman to throw to. Pick a goddamn lane, guys. You're making excuses for the guy. If he has Mike Evans and still fails,
Don't know
done.
what to tell you, man. Don't know what to tell you. Does Mike Evans really fit his play style because he's a vertical threat? And Tom Brady hasn't really been a vertical quarterback recently.
No.
He hasn't been a vertical quarterback since like 2008. 9.
Yeah.
I think he got hurt in 8, right?
Well, ever since his FU tour coming back from Deflategate, he had a good offensive year, but outside of that, it's been pretty pedestrian, if you ask me. Now, the thing is that I just want to drive home. It was the Pats' defense that kept them in games last year. Brady left a good defensive team to inherit a worse defense. I honestly think that they'll fall flat on their ass. I think this is going to be a sort of ha-ha type of year. Brady's done. And I don't feel like that's going to bite me at all. Like, it's over.
Yeah.
We got any more to pump out of that? I mean, I know neither of us really like Brady. I wouldn't say we're biased, but God, I hope he fails. Nothing against the Bucs, though. It's just...
Not really, man. The Bucs haven't had a ton of success, like if any success in the last 15 years, honestly. Besides that Super Bowl they were at, like 2004.
that was 2000. No, that was 2000.
It wasn't 2000, was it?
Way back when, yeah.
That was the Ravens and Giants in 2000.
Then 2001. What do you want from me?
Wasn't that the Rams and...
No.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
Anyway, they haven't been relevant for like 20 fucking years, apparently.
They haven't made the playoffs in, I think, 12 years. It was late 2000s, like 2008 or something like that.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm scared of them. You know, I'm so scared. The one thing I'll say is if somehow I'm wrong and the Bucs make it to the Super Bowl, then for the love of God, let's hope the Dolphins play them.
Dude, if the Bucs make the Super Bowl, it's probably because the refs give them like 5
I'm not
games.
even going to give them that this year because last year, even with the refs pulling for the Pats, they couldn't do enough to save them. So...
Yeah, but I mean, who gets custody in the refs when the Belichick-Brady divorce thing?
I'm thinking Belichick does because we can't just... We got 2 stories to hold. Either Belichick was good or either Brady's good, but honestly, the refs are just good at their jobs, I guess. Neither will succeed without the other because they're both getting half the refs, and they need all the refs to be something.
Yeah, I don't know a damn thing about Jared Stidham or Jason Stidham, whatever his name is, their quarterback they're going with.
Oh, Jarrett?
I have no idea what he's going to be. I haven't seen him play.
All I know, well, that's another thing. Well, we'll get to the Pats one day. All I'm saying is, Bucs, they overrated, dude. 14 minutes, look at that. All right. Yeah,
Peace
you get anything to add? All right, bye.